Follow this 5-step formula to make sure that you're selling at least a car a day for the rest of this month and hopefully the rest of the summer, the rest of 2025, the rest of 2030. All right, let's get into it. Number one, start your day with your newest opportunity. So for some of you, you're receiving online customers. It's going to be them. For some of you, you might have got a phone up recently, the yesterday, or a customer that walked in. But every day, you're going to start with reviewing those customers. Keyword, review, right before we take action. Right? With any of the newest customers, they need to receive video from you, something that they can touch if they're not presently with you right now. So if you had a customer recently that you had, I want you to get your phone out after you watch this video. Go ahead and send them a video, send them some pictures, and make them touch, be reminded by what it is that they're interested in. All right. And then the next thing that you want to do with those customers is ask them, what's the next step we need to take? Are we doing this online? Or are we doing this in store? Or do we want to do a mix of both? Where are we at? Right? Step number 2, review your replies. Has anybody replied to your phone, text, email, any of that? We want to get back to them all day, right? Fast, within 1 minute. 5 minutes is way too long for a response. Get it in seconds. Number 3, your appointments. Look at your appointments for the day. Make sure you're confirming those. But most importantly, the appointments that have shown up in the last 7 days or did not show up. Review those customers and let's touch them to see if we can get them back in. This works for sales managers as well, but this is a flow that will keep you going, right? Step 4. We there? We at 4 now? Yeah, at 4. My favorite, hot customers. Definition, who's a hot customer? A hot customer is somebody who has told you that they have intentions of buying something from you, but something might be keeping them from coming in. So it could be price, could be payment, could be trade, something, could be finance. Whatever that is, that customer needs to be priority and sticky noted and put in the CRM, a place that you can easily find them. And you need to get with your leadership team, work with somebody, and figure out what can we do to sell them a car right now, not tomorrow. So if a customer's saying, I don't want to come in because I want to get a better number on my trade or I want to get a trade number, that's a hot customer. Somebody says, I don't want to come in because I got $1,000 down, but I don't want to waste my time if I can't get finance, that's a hot customer. But what we have to do with these hot customers, this is so important, is we have to ask them, once we can solve the problem that they have, what's the next step we're going to take? So example, somebody says, I'm not coming in because I need to know what I'm going to get for my trade. Then we need to get to a point where we say, let me ask you a question. When I talk to the appraisal person and we can come up with some options that sounds good for you, if we can give you a number for your vehicle before you show up, and you give me a thumbs up on what you're hearing from us, what are you doing next? Will you be coming in tonight? Will you be coming in tomorrow? Will you come in this morning? What are we doing? Are we doing deposits? Very important. And after you've done those hot customers, and that needs to be 20% of your customer base, the ones that you've been in contact with, should be identified as a hot customer. Because 80% of our day when we're at the dealership right now, if you're prospecting for 6 hours, 80% of the 6 hours should be spent on those hot customers. You should have 3, 4, 5 of them, and let's get it done. Now we got to start filling in the hot bucket because we're selling those customers. Some of them we lost. Now we get to step 5, and that's reviewing your contacted and engaged customers from the last 2 weeks. Yeah, I said the last 2 weeks. We ain't even got to long term. This is the last 2 weeks. They've clicked on something. They've replied to you. You've been talking to them. Anybody that's been digitally engaged or physically engaged or voice engaged, you want to reach out to those people and figure out what we can do to make them hot or get them into an appointment. So an example would be a contacted customer you talked to 2 weeks ago or a week ago, and they said, man, I don't know, check in maybe a week or two, or I'm not sure, I'm so busy. You reach out to them today, it's the last few days of the month, and you say, hey, are you still looking to save on payments? Like I know you talked about you had a budget in mind. What kind of payment is it that you're looking for again? They say $450. Okay, great, got them. Now you said you want to be at $450. Was it the Durango that you were looking for? Okay, great. Well, we've got some options for you, and that's why I'm reaching out. When did you want to come in? Schedule that visit. How does you give them a time? Give them some options around their work schedule. Does after lunch work for you? Does before you start work for you? Now, once we've done this, if that customer says yes, we've now made a hot or an appointment customer. See how the pipeline just keeps going every single day? But you got to follow that flow. New opportunities first, replies, right? Appointments, hot customers, engaged from the last 2 weeks, whether digital, virtual showroom, or in store. You do this, you don't lose. You only win. Work with your leadership team. Work with me. Use Coach Cage AI, GPT, whatever you got to do. But there's way too much technology and way too many resources for any of us to not be selling a car a day. We can do this. Let's make this thing happen. Let's get some people here. Let's close out July. Let's close out this summer. And let's close out 2025 and make it the best one we've ever had. Gratitude.